Alright, today we have some interesting news. It's the Zenless Zone Zero dev live talk. Yes, and this came about the other day. And I saw it in the first 4 hours of it being live, but I had to go to work. So yeah, we're gonna go over this together. So we got new story highlights, a lacking of direction or aim. We got you. Version 2.4 will be turning point in the story as Sarah rushes towards a crater and Shunguang makes his entrance. Okay, he already made his entrance, and yeah, it's a little bit of story spoilers for you guys. We haven't completed this yet, but so far the story does seem like it's kind of a little aimless, but the focus being on, like, I guess Lucia has been the theme, and then we had a little bit of Oboe Squad. I mean, Oboe Squad one was really good. Let's see, has this previous story been good? It had some points. I guess the Manato part of it was really good. Maybe some bits of Lucia stuff, but yidhari's, it's just like it could have worked on it more, but it did add like a new mechanic, I guess, being chased by, you know, Mr. X or the Wandering Hunter. That was actually interesting. And as for the story itself overall, the season 2, it does feel like it needs more work and polish. The main issue of season 2, or 2.0, at least in 2.0, let's say 2.0, Yishuan's character herself, she has all this about her that makes her great, but she doesn't really contribute to anything, and just kind of honestly just a boring character. Miyabi, on the other hand, has power, but has gone through many things, as you see in the 1.x story quest, or at least the line of it. And it was really interesting. It was a big payoff too. Yishuan has yet to get that, and we just kind of shoot the folks at Spook Shack, and it actually a lot better, and it actually more interesting. But anyways, let's moving on. Storyline judges will be clearer and mysterious about the depths of the you know what, also let me add on to this too. The issue with season 2 is mainly the villains. They get introduced also in the same patch, and then they die also in the same patch. We have no one to really relate to in any long-term enemies. I guess you could say for Rocks and the Hikaro guy. Yeah, one got arrested and one is dead. But it was like in the same patch, really. At least a little bit of a distance. So yeah, same patch. Yeah, same patch. It was a while ago, but it didn't really impact anyone. Okay, now the structure feels similar. Kara's popping out of nowhere. We heard you loud and clear. This has been an issue for a long time. We have the Spook Chat. Let's say let's start with the 2.0. Spook Chat, Manato. Cool. You know, Yuzaha, Alice shows up, I guess, somewhere down the line. But Manato was really cool. And at least we follow him through 2.0 until where we at currently. And he had like a big payoff. But in that same patch, Lucia comes out of nowhere, yidhari comes out of nowhere, and now they're just 5 stars. Whereas Manato is just a 4-star or an A rank and then a 5-star. Yeah, it just kind of just happens and whatnot. And I guess if you Shunguang, you know, she does appear in the story, but like towards the end. But at least we're slowly getting to know her, and she's not coming out in the next patch, if that makes sense. Like Nikkei does this interesting thing where we see a lot of characters, right? Because it's really easy because it's live PNGs, live 3D models. You can just slot them anywhere you want, and these characters will be with the story for a very long time before they actually become characters. Maybe like a few months down the line, you're like, God damn, when this character gonna be available? Like Dee's friend, I forgot her name, but she had like 2 guns, some machine guns. I think it's a great game, by the way. You guys should definitely go ahead and play it, and you'll see where the story is really good and why people really like, besides like the characters themselves, like how they look and whatnot. You can say Gooner and this and that, but the story has a lot of depth in it, and it's really good. I should play that today. Anniversary today, 3rd anniversary is still going on. I need to start on that. Anyways, but yeah, so the courage of storyline design structure aims to let players witness the growth of various characters, ultimately taking the stage together, which is Spook Shack pretty much, and then Oboe Squad, I guess they showed up in 2.1, and then they had their own patch, which was really good. It felt like a Nikkei-ish to me in 1st anniversary, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I guess it was done better, but again, Yishuan, Jufufu, and Pan Yinhu is left out of this. We don't really know anything about Pan Yinhu's background and what he does. He's only worried about food. Jufufu, you know, she wants to go strong, but we haven't had a little character arc of her growing strong. That's in the main story, and besides like the side story character stuff. Get to know new friends early. Since 1.6, we've been focusing on long-term character development and integration with special attention to key characters, highlight moments. For example, 2.4 Shunguang will gradually get acquainted with the proxies, revealing untold stories. I hope they do a lot for this character. Just don't like cut a lot of content like they did with Yishuang. Like Yi Zhang and Yishuang should have had like some memory of conversation, some interactions, and then the 2.2 story quest itself towards the end, it was just wait, no, 2.1. That's when Alice got introduced. Use on Alice. That boss, it just felt like a little bit of a waste there. There was so much attention, they let it drop. 2.3 Opal Squad? Oh wait, I don't know. Whatever one it is. 2.2, 2.3, I forget what it is. But anyways, Yishuang shows up, but she's just there for show. Just to remind you that if anything goes wrong, guys, you can call in Shunguang. She'll save us. She's the she's the god here. Shunguang, so beautiful. They done this character really good. Well, the old pals we left were forgotten. While everyone has their own social circles, they will continue to appear in the story, in the proxy lines, and showcase new sides of themselves through the main storyline and events like Venus New Look and 2.0 Gravity Cinema event. Now that was amazing. People love Venus. I love Venus design. We may as well just make that NPC really special to us. Give her a whole new look too, like update her model to make her like less NPC-ish and more real character look like Sweetly. Well, not the VTuber, Sweetly, the Balmain Heights lady, Yamcha Sag lady. She has a unique look that makes her distant from the NPC look. Just more detail in the face and whatnot, like a real character model. I think people will really appreciate that. And then again, Nikkei does this really great thing where old pals are not really forgotten, because maybe like every 2 weeks or so we have a new event where old characters are the highlight of the event, and we have more, you know, dialogue between it. It may not be related to the main story, of course, but it's just like, just to make sure we don't forget him. And in some of his voice, sometimes it's not, but I think it does do them really good justice if you're in the mood for visual novel reading that intensely, because, you know, a lot of times it's not voiced. So yeah, they do some good stuff. And like Delta, her new outfit, oh, the ninja one, so great. I had to skim through the story. I couldn't really read it. But anyways, moving on. The initial story, the main story will have an increased relevance to the AI plotline, and to not will be regularly updated. So I was originally gonna make a video of like how Zenless Zone Zero is, or has it felt lately, like since 2.0 so like now, from the beginning. Yeah, this was the original plot line itself, where we had like this mysterious group that was causing a lot of issues, probably the cause of the Hollows themselves. At least they had like a key part of it, and having different forms of fairies, AIs being in control of a lot of things, probably causing this corruption and a lot of stuff that we face today. Hopefully we get back to it, and hopefully Acheron, Fairy, can have more voice lines. I like Fairy. Fairy kind of shit talks a little bit. Urban evolution. New shops are finally here for real. The 444 Era Lighthouse making its debut soon, along with familiar faces in front of the 6th Street Metro Station, the antique shop in Wuyan and Farnham Heights. Okay. A lot of places been closed off in the game, and we had never had access to it. This one in front of us has been in with the game since 1.0, and I thought it was gonna be released with the like delusional angels, whatever they called. Whenever you're gonna get them, I guess it makes the world feels a little more available. I've been wanting to say for a while that Zenless Zone Zero's zones or instances felt really small, and I will say, if they don't do something about this soon, Anata's gonna completely wipe the floor with them. We kind of thought like ZZZ will kind of be like Anata in a way, a little more open world-ish, but this is like zone instance. It's like pretty much HSR. Hopefully something changes. I didn't want to make a video about talking about that at some point, but never got around to it. Alright, so 2.5 brings more updates to the sandbox exploration. So they did show off Shunguang's abilities. I'll leave a hint of it in their dev talk on Billbill. You can probably go look it up, or maybe I'll squeeze it in here somewhere if I care enough. But I guess she has a little bit of flying abilities, and mobility is just like very flexible. Pause. Oh god. Okay. Like maybe she flies on like her sheath or something like that. So maybe she might be like General Tao from Dragon Ball. Great villain, by the way. Great villain, by the way. Maybe we'll get around like that. But when you look at the sandbox itself of exploration, let's say inside the hollows, it's really just, now we can see a map of it and a waypoint we can teleport to. Because without that, it would just be like how it was before, because we run out of map like that. They really need to open up the sandbox of it, because it just felt like a forward path, like a little more open world exploration. It's too confined for my taste. Map and gameplay integration will attempt to better integrate certain monster skills with the stage and environments to enrich your gaming experience. This goes back to one of my videos of talking about change for monsters and what they can do and the game and how they interact with the player. I made this video probably like if Zenless Zone needs to change, maybe I'll have it up on the screen. But yes, the monsters themselves are kind of boring, but they don't really attack you too much, and they telegraph, how about they actually write a letter to you what they're actually going to do in terms of attacking you. So they need to create more challenge, more of a challenge, but please do so. I'm waiting for those tag team moves to happen to the player. Please. It has to happen. It has to happen. Enhance the exploration experience. Perception techniques have more applications, plus Kaibu will help you with treasure detection, with exploration side quests, and new IP collectibles. It's an immersion level upgrade. Main story progression seamlessly integrates with map exploration, letting you collect rewards on the way. Yeah, I wish this happened with this current, where are we in 2.4? 2.3, probably 2.3. Yeah, we was trying one with like Lucia, Yidhari, and Manato. We didn't really get a chance to like pick up any collectibles and whatnot, so I had to come back to afterwards. But they didn't allow us to go to the area where we fight like was a wandering hunter, that level of the map. They kind of just excluded that for themselves. Yeah, just allow us to pick up some stuff. And I guess though, if you go back to this, there's like one quest there where you just travel around with this guy who wants to free his old friend. Diverse game modes, keeping the pawns in a casual gameplay while improving their shortcomings. Okay, casual players need a lot of help. Some stuff I wanted to kind of talk about, which would be a really good casual thing for people, would be like the reverb area, arena. I kind of thought he was actually going to skateboard in this game. Nope. Imagine Tony Hawk and ZZZ and the reverb arena. Underutilized locations just there for show. The refine and redefine, filtering out promising gameplay mechanics for further innovation. Now the camera event was pretty fun. Too bad I did like the last 40 minutes, and then I completed it, but when I tried to go back for my reward, I couldn't get it. Never played late. But yes, care more about the casual so we can get more people into the game, more interest in the game overall. So that kind of means like we're gonna have more slice of life things. At least Zenless Zone Zero continues to give us a lot of content in terms of events, not kind of like dead patches completely, but you know, or filler events, filler stories. I'll probably consider the this one with Lucia and Yidhari like a filler, but towards the end of it, when we find out what Sarah's doing, that's when the real story starts. It's really dragged on. Hollow Zero is getting a massive upgrade, integrating combat exploration to create a gameplay experience with enhanced immersion and progression loops. Venture into the hollows, gather resources, and grow stronger. Okay, I hope they do something with this for real. Improve it, make it more difficult and more rewarding for a lot of people. Add more rewards that we really need. Probably from always gonna be number one. Denny's. Really like a lot of Denny's. I just wish like they had these abilities that's inside of Hollow Zero can be equipped onto the okay, it's gonna sound like his Chaos Zero Nightmare, but they might want to start looking into doing something like that. I haven't really played it. I played like a bit of it, but you create your own deck if you go to like end game place and you're able to use that deck anywhere. So just imagine you have this regular let's say Miyabi or Yishuan or Lucia. The buff version of them from Hollow Zero can become the playable version of them, and when you do like endgame content, it can be a cool thing depending how they manage it, which would be really good. Of course, it may kill the bosses really easy, but I feel like that would be kind of cool if you're able to do that. Okay, multiplayer is back and better than ever. Okay, so multiplayer was a thing back in what, CBT 2 or 3. I don't know. I wasn't really looking into it because I wanted to keep myself surprised. And I really thought they would have multiplayer when it started. Genshin multiplayer has been fun when you like first start the game, but when you're end game, it's just like, yeah, okay, I don't really need it. I'll just carry your players for the fun of it. And multiplayer mode players and a team can now jointly unleash and the iconic chain attacks together. Okay, kind of going back to my other video of me what ZZZ should change, and is that they should have like joint attacks together, sure, but more specialized, more tag team moves. Maybe a game like the Bowser, but I guess that's chain attacks too. But it's cool, but at the same time, we need a real combo system for a single unit. Make them feel like a real character, not kind of like 1/3 of a character. Like I kind of like went around playing as Yishuan, like train mode like yesterday, and I realized, oh shit, I can do all these stuff where I didn't realize. Like you like dodge and hold the attack, and the power of reading. I thought that was like a cinema ability, so I was like, I never tried it. But yeah, give players actual combo attacks and movement stuff, that I'll probably talk about another time. I think I probably said in that video too. Additional exciting mechanics will be added, making the multiplayer experience something to look forward to. Oh, we're looking forward to it. Playing with other people is a very, very big thing, and it creates more of a community, and it gives a reason why we have a quote-unquote friend list inside of the game. You can talk to many people, but also one of other multiplayer gameplays is the Marcel, the racing. So the like the Fall Guys of the game with the Bang Boos. They missed an opportunity, I will say, by not having that Genshin, like that UGC, but with Bang Boos. They had a perfect system for that to make it more like a Roblox, because Bang Boos is the closest thing to a Roblox character. I kind of missed it, but I never tried it out. But I seen some gameplay of it, and it's looking really promising, because it will really fit the arcade aesthetic of ZZZ and the retro stuff they went for at the beginning of the game. Like the Streets of Rage with lighter event, and we had the same thing with like Alice and Yuzuha. It was pretty cool, but it kind of just let it go and didn't really capitalize on it. Really good times where you play Mutant Ninja Turtles or the Simpsons fighting games on arcades. It was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, I think that will be. Oh wait, nope, not it. Combat level up. Missing your favorite characters. Threshold simulation is the solution. The new gameplay mode. Threshold design. Okay. I haven't really played this yet. I haven't even started yet because I had so much to do and I'm trying to edit these videos. And I'm still working and resting because I got a little sick a few times. And yeah. What about standard character power levels? Combat interactions too simple. Version 2.5 brings enhanced optimization. Okay. Something I've been thinking about for a very, very long time, but they finally capitalized on it. Perhaps streams are out there. I'll make sure I was. Perhaps streams are out there. I have no idea, but maybe they've been working on this for quite a while, and maybe that's why like story content has suffered a little bit, but again, the events and stuff was still pretty good to an extent. They're working in the background, making sure these characters that we like Ellen Joe, people who pull for early characters, Zhu Yuan and stuff like that, haven't been completely left behind. But this is for standard characters. So when we had Evelyn, I pretty much had to drop Soldier Love because obviously, the numbers are a lot better on the newer character because they're more catered for that. Whereas the character who was made for 1.x early parts of the game, their combat levels, their numbers are to equal the beginning stage of the game. But we're in like 2.3, yeah, 2.3, yeah. Keep forgetting to count 2.0 as the first one. We're in 2.3, and now we have like miasma, different mechanics, and it's a lot harder to defeat bosses who are like tougher, more HP inflation, of course, the shielding and stuff like that. But having other characters to use is also pretty good. Grace has been at the bottom of the private tier list for quite a long time. Nakamata, Soldier Love is like really still usable, pretty good. Blacken, he's been really good. He's been really good for Miyabi, Ice Teens, and Yidhari, who's been released lately, and Hugo. So big thumbs up there. Hopefully we have like a powered up version of Lacken who's like you know, beneficial to Hugo without the lighter. It will help out tremendously, but something says that that's not going to happen. Just hoping for change. So get ready for a fresh take on enemy combat mechanics. Hopefully this happens. Hopefully this happens, please. Increasing the ease of gameplay. Welcome aboard, everyone. Old veterans who face. Okay, so let's. New players are always welcoming new friends by helping newcomers progress faster through the early game, making the game more accessible. So yes, with needing to hit what I say trailblaze level, internet level 50 to get to threshold game mode. It's a pretty long trip, but of course you do need to spend a lot of time on this game to get to that level, build your characters. I guess that's the reason why it's a barrier. But if they were really generous, they will perhaps give like extra batteries to newer players so they can like go ahead and keep playing the game, farm, and build up their characters. But also, per level up with internet, they should give the new players maybe like, I don't know, 500 polygrams. That would be really helpful for them to like get more characters, and of course cut off at a certain point, maybe like at like level 35, so you're like, oh okay, too much. But give them more, batteries and stamina, because it's really hard to get through for them to come by. Sorry. And I think that would help people out very much who want to get into the game and not feel like they have to play forever to get new characters and be on the same par as us. Veteran players. So with the soybean simple one-click feature, this will be helpful because I already completed this, but I would just like, I want to get, the LeBron character named Vince. I want to buy some of the stuff there so I can clear out like the old stages of 1.x side quests and just, quickly do it. Now, eat the battery quick sweep. Yeah, we kind of had this for the Victorian house cards, but subset selection. Okay, it's really cool. And then gain damage compilation. Okay, this is good. This is like the Nikkei feature. Get to see who doing the most damage. Hopefully, because I don't believe Pan Yu, who should be getting the thumbs up for whatever the fuck he's been doing in these battles. I'm like, yo, everyone else put in the work. This dude coming out one time just to go ahead and hit his E ability and then disappear. But yeah, that will be it. I know it's a big yap session because I do like yapping very, 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 very much. It's a shame they didn't give us a video, but there's a subtitled video out there if anyone wants to watch it. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, this is gonna be really big for Zenless Zone Zero. Some people may say it may be a relaunch, but this is probably what they've really been doing behind the scenes. I just wanted to communicate with us a lot more often and answer a lot of stuff, so don't leave us in the dark. Like last time they communicated like this was probably like months ago, maybe like we know. But yeah, they're gonna have to do some crazy stuff to hold a lot of people's interest and bring in more players. Do like the most craziest stuff. Hopefully, and they do this and they make the game more like Anata in a way. Once you do that, you got it. This will be the main selling game and the UGC. But for Bing Boost. Yep. All right. I like to say what's up, but that'll probably be for another time. Anyways, Hikaro out. Thank you very much for watching so far. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Like, comment, subscribe.